My sons, attack the gates.
Hello? Hello? What a wonderful intro. Let's get some music, because today is a doodle stream. Apologies for the mildly late start. I have almost no energy. It's going to be a chill stream today. Hello, Dark. How are you doing? Yes, we want music that I can play and not get copyright striked. I think the last... Oh, yeah, the Parsnip one that we did. Oh, hello.
Judges sleepily.
Well, that's fair. We're on the same level then. That makes sense. Chill stream. Yes. Yeah. So an hour before the stream, I just stopped operating. But my keyboard, I have less energy than the rapidly depleting AAA batteries in my keyboard at the moment. Yes, what are we going to play? Last time we did one of these, I played the Cuphead soundtrack, and the VOD got 9 copyright claims, which is a bit excessive. They literally just had to do 1. So we're not going to do the Cuphead soundtrack. Let's do something else. Do I have the whole Terraria one? Is it Scott Lloyd Shelley, isn't it? Composer for that. We will get around to drawing eventually. We just need the appropriate background. Here we are. I do have the whole one. Let's play it. Because it's a good one. It's a good soundtrack. Weird, an interesting mix of synthy stuff and orchestral stuff. It's good. So yeah, welcome to stream. I was going to get up a nice background, but again, a bit late. Apologies. Well, I can do that now. Why not? So today, what I want to do is I want to take a bunch of monsters and turn them into style similar to my October comics. There's some paper. This is what I usually do if I want a quick background for drawing streams. Do that, duplicate that because it's tileable. Merge it together. Bring down the transparency. Get under there, maybe a bit of colour. Splash of colour, a bit of brown. Brownie paper. Like that. Multiply. And there you go. That's how you set up for a doodle stream. Yeah, so I was going to draw some monsters in an Octobery style. Very lax sort of stream. No particular structure or impetus. Certainly wouldn't be good to do a boss brush today. Would have forgotten that the timer was running. Yeah, so I'll start with one that something I was shown the other day that I just keep thinking about. It's just weird. Where are we? Where did I save it? Saved it somewhere. Probably under October. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Look at this friend. Look at him. Weird makeshift scarecrow. This was from a tweet, I believe. Somebody found it on a blog, which I then traversed of bits and bobs. Where is it? Mark C. Green at Willow Wally. A 1930s folk art scarecrow, apparently. That's what this is. And I don't this isn't really a sort of suitable idea for like a basic character in the comic, because if I were to draw this, who would know what it was supposed to be? But I want to draw it anyway, because it's a fun friend. They look like the sort of person who, like, you see them in the office, you have no idea what they do. You've seen them too many times now to introduce yourself without it being awkward. They bring everything into the office in a old plastic carrier bag with holes in it. But they're not, they're not cranky or weird or anything. They're doing their own thing. That's the character I get from this. So I'm going to attempt to draw that. See how it goes. This is your friend. Thank you for introducing me. Okay, let's get me some doodling equipment. Right, so very much looking at that. I like the lean back. I like the... like not really paying attention to where they're walking. Just walking. The legs probably bend. Are we going to go... hang on, let me reduce the contrast on this old thing. Better, I can see what I'm drawing now. Yeah, how's this character going to work? In terms of the modern-ish... I say modern. Everyone's got those sort of off-yellow or off-white computer monitors in October, so it's sort of like, is it set in the 90s, I guess? We can just draw the friend and see where it goes. They've got surprisingly long neck, didn't really think about that. There they go. Probably put this on a screen so I can see it. They got quite a solid nose, actually. Let's start with that. Ah, then 90. My weakness next. It's never... What are they? They're like the hands of the head. Does that, hang on, if I bring up the picture on the other screen, and then I don't have to keep panning over. They got sort of big old chunky ears as well. Just drawing them for now, see how it goes, and how I can turn this into sort of Octobery character. They've got like these driftwood style arms. Tubes of skin and gristle. There's some unpleasant satirical comments I could make there. I'm not gonna. The place of relaxation. Let people do the things they do. Right. So I like the very long, spindly legs. I like the idea that they are extremely tall. I say it's like two. What would they be? What would they? Where would they fit in this sort of? They just look like a kind of. It's just random bits sort of sticking out as well. Just like. Just a walking box. Maybe they're like traveling salesmen or something. They look like it, don't they? Would have spare limbs, of course. Just in case you lose your arm. Which, I mean, October is wont to do. Just walking along, having a good time. Right, how does this become an October character? That's the question. So... Oh, IT, tech support. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said... You didn't put the periods before, so it's it. Like, is it the IT crowd or the IT crowd? The IT? Because we do have... There is an IT character. What has a monitor for a head and is a brain in a jar. If you follow me on Patreon, you will meet them pretty soon. If not, you'll meet them a week later. So, I still like the idea that they just sort of wander in the office and then they do things and then walk out and people go, do they work here? Comes like people are not known for having well thought out names. Yeah. Pretty much. They've got to actually be doing things, and then 2 years later they look back on the thing they did and went, why did we didn't really think about this. Deliver mail? Yeah, maybe. They could be a delivery sort of person. They just got random packages in them. So I think probably emphasize the box a bit more. What? Well, there you go. That's done, that's happened. Yay! Well, up 750. No, -7. That's an interesting one. Are we back? Have we returned? OBS itself disconnected there. I've never seen that before. I am back, yes. Yeah, OBS actually warned me I am disconnecting. I don't know why I did that. Bit weird. Hello! Oh, and the hosts are coming back in. Apparently I have minus 748 dropped frames. So you got some free frames in there. Yeah. Scarecrow's curse, that's fair. They can't choose whether or not they're cursed. It's fine. So yeah, I like the idea of the sort of... Okay, so general proportions for an October character are head is the size of torso is the size of legs. But this character is probably very tall. I'm gonna say probably just legs. So... Hello! Hello, the Kiro! Yes. Did I mention today's going to be a low energy stream? So like a big old... I imagine they wear shorts. Probably. Feel like they wear shorts. They'd wear shorts. The long neck allows them to stretch their neck back a bit and thus look down inside them and see what they've got. Everyone doing good? I hope you're doing good. How are you? If a low energy doodly stream, so no worries. Yay! Because that's what you're gonna get. Right, so sort of... I'm going to simplify their design down to something that's sort of pretty easy to draw. Not all of these are going to be winners. I reckon probably a hat. Maybe like one of those old... It's a crow. Yo crow. How go? Welcome to the I have no energy doodle stream of monsters. Sort of. We're actually drawing a scarecrow, but it's a pretty creepy scarecrow. Also, I do need to... We are... with the belt, it does look a little bit SpongeBob, with the square body and the belt. Hit you! Well, this isn't you. This is the opposite of you. This scares the crows. Yeah, not too pleased with the design of this, but it does the job, I guess. Yeah, any other suggestions for monsters? What to draw? They could be classic monsters, they could be very, very specific cryptids. They could be mythological ones. Just, you know, freeform, silly ideas. Let's-a go. That's more like it. The Wendigo. Either Ganglion, more common one, or Floating Pathfinder. See, the Wendigo I remember is from Final Fantasy VIII. And it doesn't have a head. And they're how you farm steel pipes. I don't know why a Wendigo drops steel pipes, but it does. And you need them for secret things. That hat is terrible. My word. But yeah, it turns out designing October characters is not easy. Not all of them work out first try. Some of them do. So October definitely didn't, because I've had that character for about 8 years. And they have changed a fair amount. Right, so... Would it be cheesy to give them a crow friend? Whatever October's crows look like. To go with the very sort of simplified look. But it's a scarecrow without a crow, unemployed. Yeti. Haven't done anything with them. Haven't like written much, but I did do a Yeti character. They work at accounts. And I like their design because it's like very different shape. I'm looking for different shapes. A lot of the characters that are sort of designed and keep writing for, they're fine. I like them, but they are all basically the same shape. I wanted to do something a little different, and the Yeti was like just a big old circle. A moustache. I don't remember exactly what they look like, but they were an interesting shape. Anyway, yeah, what's this Pathfinder Wendigo? What does that look like? Ooh, look at you! You look fun. You don't have feet. Dances. That's difficult without feet. Good on them. So what would we do with you? Runs until his feet burn off. Lovely. So like they seem like they'd be the postman. If they're that much into running around. Sorry, I should probably show you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing good old happy pictures of dear friends. Yeah. How'd you fit that? Don't maximize just because I put you to near the top of the screen. Honestly. Calm down, Windows. I think there's something there. So sort of really eager, sort of. They float once they become Wendigos. Oh, okay, so until that happens, all the time you got feet, you're alright. So if you keep getting good shoes, you can stave off becoming a Wendigo. Is that it? Right, so we've got sort of like a whatever head that is. Is it supposed to be a deer? Wolf thing? Not sure. It's got antlers, but it looks more like a wolf. That. Let me lock you. Nope, that's transparency lock. Full lock, thank you. I am drawing on the wrong layer, aren't I? Yes. I've been drawing on the wrong layer for a while. Lovely. Good to know. Get rid of you. You think you're a Wendigo? No, honey, you're just wearing socks. Bless. So, yeah, I've got to remember how to... Snouts. Just, like, Luna alone is... causes me so much trouble. Luna and Tori. I'm not good with snoots. Hats off to the furries. I cannot get the hang of that. I want, like, you must have them sort of... That. Screw drawing this character more than once. I can already tell they're going to be a nightmare. Then sort of like something like that. Done. Only a little better than that, but did you get the idea? Wendigos are cannibal monsters, and as in they become monsters by eating people. My exposure to Wendigos proper, i.e. not Final Fantasy, is basically from one particular relatively modern horror game, which I won't say the name of because saying that Wendigos are in it is a spoiler. But I'm pretty sure you know the one that I'm talking about if you know the game. They're taken pretty seriously by the culture they're from. Yes, that was the sort of kind of focus of that game, even though it was a bit of a bait and switch, but it was a good one. After fighting and drawing a dog's head for a few days, you can definitely take your hat off to the furries. Animals are tricky to draw. Yes. Animal Crossing. If it turned out Animal Crossing just... If Animal Crossing New Horizons, that's why it's called New Horizons, they're trying something different. If it turns out that they're a year in, all of the villagers turn feral, I will tip my hat to them. I will buy 2 Switches. Right, so... This is a kind of... Oh, come on. No, that's not how... No, that's pressure sensitivity. It is a thing. We've been using it for the last 30 minutes. There you go. Also, like, expressions with a snout muzzle thing. It's like, how... You can't just go like that. That doesn't look right. All the normal curves of the mouth don't work when you're dealing with the snoot. They've got that. These two in the mail room, I quite like. Quite like the idea of that. I was about to say, what do their legs look like? Unfinished, I guess, is what I'm going for. Yeah, this character is gonna get your parcels delivered, and they're gonna do it in the next 30 seconds, regardless of where in the building you are. And regardless of who is in the way. Pathfinder Wendigos, on the other hand, infect people with horrible madness and force them to eat a loved one, lovely, before running off screaming until their feet burn off and they die, flying into the night and come back later as Wendigos. Isn't Pathfinder a jolly game? These guys are the consequence of Karoshi, i.e. death by overwork. And you are reincarnated as somebody who is obsessed with doing things really, really quickly. It's Noobs! How are you doing? I say how you doing. I am aware from your Twitter that today hasn't exactly been fantastic. Yeah. Hopefully chill monster drawing stream can help. We're just taking monsters and trying to draw them in the sort of Octoberverse, as 'twere. Not quite. They probably won't appear. Let's say November. It's almost October, but not. How do thumbs work? That would be on the outside, so alongside there. Yeah. 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 Okay. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties at the start of the stream, by the way, where the stream just sort of stopped for a bit. So if that happens again, do not fret. Oh, wait, we're into positive lost frames now. That's new. Gone are the negative ones. I reckon this character definitely does not wear proper work clothing. Get friends as a treat. Unfortunately, nobody can stop them for violating these things because they're just off. This is the Sonic of this world. This is not where an elbow goes, is it? Here's a little tip. Have you ever heard of inverse kinematics? I have, because I've rigged things in Blender. And how they work is they allow you to set the position of the hand, and the elbow just sort of works. We talked about this on last week's stream. You can do the same for drawing. You just put the hand where it needs to be, and you put the shoulder where it needs to be, and then go, right, we need to find the point that's the same distance away from both of these things from the size of the arm, and it'll be about there. That's where the elbow goes. Yay. This has been Lazy Art Tutorials with Chris. Well, the thing is that the distance between the shoulder and the elbow is always the same, and the distance between the elbow and the hand is always the same. And if you know where the shoulder is and you know where the hand is, then you can work out where the elbow goes. Obviously, there's a bit of manoeuvre. You can move it up a bit or move it down a bit, but generally speaking, you can get the right place. Obviously, that kind of projection of circles is a bit not how 3D space works, but you know. A big old bag. Full of letters. Also shorts, I think, but torn. Why not? Part of the look. Has the music ended already? A short soundtrack, isn't it? Tell you what, I got, because I was messing around with Don't Starve the other day, I got the full Don't Starve soundtrack, which apparently has about 30 more tracks in it than I had before. I don't know where they came from. Let's listen to that. Where is it? It was... Who does the Don't Starve soundtrack? It's two people, isn't it? What are their names? Not Darren Korb, that's... Bastian. Garner? Jason Garner and Vince DeVera, there it is. Yes, apparently it has 43 tracks, which is quite a lot. So let's listen to that. Love it. What if you're foreshortening? Well, I'm anti-shortening, personally. Jokes. Yeah, I don't know. But you think about it as a sphere around this object, and you can sort of say, okay, so there's a sphere, it'll be like this, and it'll be in perspective. We sort of want that to be the axis of rotation there, and that to be the axis of rotation. Be around this way, so we're going to want it to hit there, and then similarly another sphere here, and so on and so forth. So it's a bit more complicated, but alternatively, you can go, okay, where's the elbow go? That'll do. I said low energy, and low energy means puns. Anywho, let's get this character a little bit of character. Gotta make them not look like Luna 2.0 with Atlas. That doesn't quite work, does it? Hang on. Low energy means frame man sneaks in for a sec. I have dropped so many frames and there is nothing happening on my computer. This does not bode well for tomorrow's stream, because tomorrow's game is... It's a newer game, and you know what that means? That means higher performance drops. Better pick them back up. There's 700 of them. No one has the time for that. So this is probably a bit detailed for an October drawing, but well, we'll do this, and then I'll redraw it in the October style. How about that? This is more sort of halfway between October and Outliers. There's something I could do. Try and draw October characters in the Outliers style. They look like the nubs, is it? I'm gonna like bandage them. Gotta be hygienic about these things. Stop littering, friends, yes. Fortunately, I'm littering them in a room on my own, so it's fine. Haha, you can't stop me. Cleaning blob friend can. Haven't met them yet. I also haven't named them, which is a bit of a... That's something I can do. This is Cleaning Blob. If anybody has an idea for a name for this character, do let me know. Because I don't know. I just keep calling them Bob, and that's very unoriginal. This tiny broom they've got. Name them B.O.B. B-Y-O-B. Biob. Biob. I like that. I do like the idea of calling it Biob. That might be the tiredness talking, but... it probably is the tiredness talking. But yeah, that's basically them. They are very enthusiastic. And may or may not have subsumed some of the cleaning equipment. Anywho, that's not what we're doing here. We let's try and okay, both of these are a little complicated for what they're supposed to be. So let's try and redo them. I like Bob as well. Biob, whatever their name is. Was the first character I drew, and before I had finished drawing them, I already knew their character and had written 3 comics for them. I think I've got like 6 or 7 ideas for them, so they're great. Right, let's try and redraw these, but in a simpler style. We'll start with you. So again, let's go with the sort of simple proportions of October. Draw a snowman, if you are unsure. The head area. This doesn't have to be the whole head, does it? That. So the elbow trick doesn't work too well when the arm you are trying to draw is made of 2 twigs of indeterminate length, or if you're trying to draw October, because what's going on there? Um. Yeah, this is mostly proportion, but I can get a bit of detail out of this. I'm gonna say less on the torso. Also less on the shorts. It's all about trial and error with these sorts of characters. Love the birds. Let's try and come up with a little simple. Again, so the October style was essentially, I like making webcomics, but it takes too long. So try and come up with the fastest way of making a character that's like recognizable and fun. Unfortunately, I then designed October, and none of their bits match. And I have to remember where all the stitches go, and what colour skin this particular bit is, and it's a nightmare. So that's a bit more like it. It's a bit more Octobery. They've changed a bit since their inception. I sort of wooden, more blocky. Maybe clip those corners a little bit. I like that. I'm good with that. And the Vendigo. But then sort of slightly different pose for this. Wendiesel? What? The Fast and the Furious? Yeah. Cut, not undo. I think they should be really skinny in the middle. Look like they're getting into the old scrum for a rugby match or whatever. And deliver your parcels, not necessarily intact. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to have to think about where the snap goes. Going on here? It's gonna be just as complicated as the other one. They run as if the feet are there because that's what they're familiar with. If they don't have feet, you hear them coming, or do you just turn around and they're there? They make no noise whatsoever, apart from like that. And setting off the fire alarms because if it goes too fast, he leaves fire trails in the air. That's, you don't have to worry about that. There are quite a lot of employees who are on fire. I think I did use up the last of my energy. See, I want to keep talking about other characters, but I can't. You haven't met them. I've only been doing this comic a month and a half, and you still haven't met the characters yet. I can fly 120 feet in 5 seconds with perfect control. That is significant. Thank you, Kero. I laughed far too much when I came up with that name. Pretty much the only reason the character stuck around, and then I wrote comics for them. So let's get some... That's not really how that's going to work, is it? Doesn't make any sense! No, do you know what doesn't make sense? That arm doesn't make sense! Drawing, it's hard when you have no energy. By the way, I have no energy for anyone who is joined the stream recently. I am without energy. Do not send me your energy, it would be a waste. Keep it for yourself and use it wisely. Yeah, what, who? I am R Lambda D. Ooh. Rad kindness. No, thank you. Thank you for the nice thing. Is this for a thing or? Thank you very much. Let's see. There's usually some sort of game connection, isn't there? Rock! Yay! Good old-fashioned rock. Rock doesn't go anywhere. Rock doesn't take paid promotions or leave once the allotted time period is over. No, Rock is eternal. Also a colourful brain. Huh. Interesting. I guess what's that called? That is called Rad Thoughts. Is it a mental health thing? That's nice. This is the problem with these sort of... I like the idea of like, hey guys, advertise things to yourselves. And we'll just make a thing where you can use this button and it makes a noise and you do the advertising for us. And then we sit around going, what is this? I don't know. So it kind of works, kind of doesn't. But someone might Google it. I guess that's the intention. Rock is rock solid. Absolute. Also, if anyone has any ideas of things I can draw in the office in the background, because I keep drawing office plants and cardboard boxes, and I'm thinking, there must be something more. What do offices look like? I've only worked in a maths office, and that's mostly people on whiteboards. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, that's great, and Nix has launched these stickers to help raise awareness. Yay! Hooray! Yeah. So what would you call these characters? If these were characters in October, what would their names be? Because usually I try and go for names that have a connection to the original source material. It's unfortunate. I learned, I was looking up the Minotaur the other day. The Minotaur actually has a name. I didn't know that. The Minotaur literally just means the bull of Minos. It was just a description, basically. But the Minotaur had a name, and I can't remember what it was. Asteria? Something like that. Derek. Mental health. There we are. Could always trust Pro to fill in where my sleepy brain fails to even complete that sentence. Yeah, no, this drawing doesn't make any sense, but I guess it's a proof of concept. So yeah, I don't know an awful lot about the history of the Wendigo, apart from that which I know from the source material I can't say, that of which I cannot speak, or spoilers. And that which Dark has told me today. This scarecrow friend, I can't even really say it's a scarecrow, but it's got a crow, so that one you done did do what? Who? Done did do a comic around? Asteros? It was something like that. Yeah. Again, you don't want to... Oh, yes! Yes. Is that a spoiler? Maybe, maybe not. But yes, that one. Sorry, I forgot I did that. I was like, when was that? Let me look and see, when did I start it and when did I finish it? Because it took about a year. and I hopefully will be able to get the next one out faster than that. Okay, so apparently page 1 was published in July 2017, and August 2018 was the ending. So, if I can do the next one in under a year, we'll be quitting. I also need a title for that. I haven't got one yet. One that doesn't spoil the plot anyway. I was but a wee snip. Indeed. I've learned much. I've made a little timetable estimate thing for the new one, and I'm already ahead of schedule, so yay. That's good. Granted, the first page doesn't have many characters. Does have a fish, though, so that's important. Yes, I also talked about possibly streaming making the Outliers comic. I haven't done that yet because this week has been a general low energy week. And last week I was going to stream on Friday last week, and Dark said that they were going to stream XCOM as soon as they could. I didn't realise they were at work on the Friday. I assumed they were working in the day, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, the little snipper. That's a nail clippers, I think. Okay, well, there's, I guess, Wendy and Wurzel. Well, Wurzel doesn't make sense because that's a reference to a vegetable. Gummidge. We'll go with Gummidge. Wendy and Gummidge. What else? What other monsters can we do? Let me just save this. Jersey Devil, biblical angel with too many eyes. Is there any accurate description of the angels in the Bible? What is the... I've heard of the Jersey Devil. I have no idea what it is. I just typed in Jersey. That doesn't help. The Jersey Devil is the 5th episode of the 1st season of the American science fiction television series The X-Files. Lovely. Okay, the first picture is a goat with wings. Then a horse with antlers with a goat body with wings. Then a... pretty similar to the Wendigo I just drew, but with wings. That's just a goat. It's a flying goat. Looks like it. Brownies or leprechaun? Brownies? Is a leprechaun a monster? I guess. Posted in the disco. That looks like a political cartoon. Oh, I love it. It looks... This feels rude to say, but something about it reminds me of Nigel Hawthorne. Like the... hang on, let me... It reminds me of the opening titles of Yes Minister. You got Nigel Hawthorne's character. It has that kind of energy. You know what I mean? Anywho. Yes Minister. Wonderful. Very funny. Very prescient. It's a style choice. It's 70s political caricatures. Right, Jersey Devil. How to what with the who? With this and when? Also why? Like what's its thing? What's its deal? I guess it's in New Jersey. Jersey Devil, also known as the Leeds Devil, the legendary creature said to inhabit the Pine Barrens of South Jersey. The creature is South New Jersey, I guess. Yeah. Let us not forget that Jersey is also the name of many other places. The creature is often described as a flying biped with hooves, but there are many variations. Kangaroo-like wyvern creature with a goat or horse-like head. Leathery bat wings, horns, small arms. Mother leads 13th child. Steals animals. It screams. What use would these things have in an office? There's a question. This is far too long for a Wikipedia page about something that doesn't exist. I'm not reading all that. The whole history of the family that it comes from, and my word. Oh dear. What to do? Maybe this is why I've never thought about it. Allegedly doesn't exist. I mean, people have been talking about it for the past 300 years, yet we still have found no proof. Then again, that's true of a lot of mathematical theorems, or mathematical conjectures. The Riemann hypothesis. Is the Riemann hypothesis a cryptid? There's a question. Mathematical cryptid. I like that idea. But that doesn't help us with this at the moment. What Jersey? Oh, that's a cute one. I like that one. Like a meerkat. I like that one. But what would you do? So screaming is not helpful in an office. Or is it? Are they a motivational speaker? Totally real. Drunken Joe said he saw it in a glimpse when he was driving home one night before he hit that tree. PA system, maybe? HR? We can lean into the shouting. That seems to... Whoa, hello. Just seen what Miss posted there. That's more like the Wendigo I know from Final Fantasy. What's that? I mean, it gets over the problem I have with necks. But you got other problems there. It looks like it should wear a turtleneck. It would be blind. It should wear something with a very low neckline. That's what it should wear. Okay. Goat-like thing. Alright. Kind of like a goat with wings. Shouting goat. I mean, goats shout. Hello.
My sons, attack the gates.
Try, do you host other people and then when they go offline, you host me? Is that how that works? Yours is consistently much later than everyone else's. Great. Okay, so shouting guy. No, that was a horse, wasn't it? I draw a shouting horse. Let's try and use that as inspiration. You don't control the. No, it's not. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying. Do you host other people? As it were? Do you auto-host others? Aren't you though? No, I'm not. I feel like I want to have them go, actually. But with a hoof. You auto-host others. See, that's probably... Okay, that's what it is. So I am auto-hosted after somebody else. That makes sense. Just wanted to know the solution to the mystery. Oop, I've forgotten the neck again. Look at that. Always do. Now here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go with the whole. But what I would normally do is like, no, Just straight out like that. So what I need to do, I need to get, here's the hip-like area. I've never quite gotten how I'm supposed to draw this in connecting to other things, but some people do it right. I don't. Don't watch this. Then we have the forward portion like that, and then the backwards portion like that, then the forward portion again like that. Knee probably should be higher than that. Does this make any sense? Probably not. How long was it? How long ago was October? It's weird. It's weird. Confirmed. No need to test that one. Definitely weird. Moving on. How do goats? How do goats, and then how to simplify goats? Wide. That's how to goats. Start with the Wendigo. Okay. So I'm thinking like. This is a Jersey Devil, isn't it? If I've ever seen one, then I might not have. Got some nice percussion going on in this song. Get that xylophone working, my word. Okay, let's give you your horns first. How are they going to work? I reckon just sort of straightforward. Music that plays when the Wendigo's running around the office. What's it called? An appropriate name? A Summer Showdown. Apparently. I do like the little button nose sort of idea. Going to try and make it fit. It's the hard bit. It's a good. Oh, look at that good slide. That's impressive. What a recovery. Let us not forget the wings. It would only be a goat man if it didn't have the wings. How does one keep a set of wings under check in 90s office wear? That's a good question. Over to you, Carol. Oh, I'm drawing muscles on this thing. Tiny Wings is the go-to, I guess. The go-to.
Badum Tish.
The fact that she emphasizes the bad of that works perfectly. Not a good dumtish, no. So yeah, I don't know. Gotta love Hazel. Bless. What are you? Why have I drawn you this way? Can you accept my humblest apologies for having done so? I mean, it's dreadful, but is it supposed to be? Yes. I reckon it's better with. I mean, yeah, I in my head, Griff is the obnoxious one. I haven't really written much for Griff, because I tend not to write much for characters I don't necessarily like. But I think that this character would definitely give Griff a run for their money. Maybe this is why people tolerate Griff. You can tolerate anyone if there's someone worse. Okay, so what would they be doing? I reckon they'd be like a motivational speaker sort of thing. I don't know. The management that leads with the mouth, rather than anything else. Whatever, like. It's always difficult to put glasses on something with a snout, because it gets in the way of all the other details. I'm gonna give a suit sweater kind of thing. Nothing dangling, just the right density. It was made specifically for their frame. Management that screams to the mouth and leaves everyone else to actually figure out what needs to be done. Precisely. That said, there's another character who does that. You'll meet them soon. I just finished drawing them this week, so I say soon, probably next month. Luna screams request to piss off. This guy walks in. No, Griff, come back. Yep, pretty much. I think Luna just wouldn't communicate with this character. It's like, smile and bear it. Smile and just leave if you can't. If you don't think you can take it, and you probably won't. Just leave. Luna does not has very little. A very, very short wick. That was one of the things I kind of tried to do with October is I always just end up drawing like just nice, boring characters. And I was like, no, I should have in all of the characters I make, I should have at least one thing about them that like isn't nice and boring, or it's like not something that is me or whatever. Just something that's, you know, I wouldn't necessarily agree with. Even if I like the character, you know, because there's no one in the world who I would like 100%. Of course there isn't. Whereupon coffee cup intensified. No, the coffee cup has long since been disintegrated. The coffee is on the floor. Blob friend has already come in and cleaned it up. What if the trousers ended there? See, I want the hooves to be on show to show them what's going on here, but at the same time I do want fun, in quotes, fun socks. Can't identify with a perfectly nice character, yeah. That said, October doesn't really have... I mean, October... They need to say something. They need to speak up when they have a problem. But other than that, they're quite nice. Whatever behooves me. Look at this arsehole. Oh dear. October will have a moment, I don't doubt it. I mean, I'm sure. They're just, their main failing is just they're far too shy. That's an imperfection. Yeah, so that's their, like I said, that is their, in my mind, that is their main failing at the moment. Is they're just... Because the sort of joke behind October is they get to this office as an intern, they've got to meet all these people and everything, and just at no point does anyone actually tell them what they're supposed to do. And so they're just sort of sitting there going, what do I do? But they never ask. Good brain thoughts. Yeah, mental health. You have like sleeves for the wing. Work in general then, pretty much. But generally speaking, you at least have an idea of what the company does. I just like the idea that we never really actually work out what Anomaly Inc. is. You can hear this character's voice, what do I... It's something. And they wear their name tag. Their employee details. Constantly, always on show. Who'd have thought the Jersey Devil would have turned out to be this? What you get for telling me that they shout. Shouting. It's not a pastime I agree with. Peak Jersey. I know very little about the locale of New Jersey. I believe, is that where... That's not interesting. No, not really. Where is it? Where is New Jersey? Well, Jersey's not the same as New... Is Where's he? Oh, it's a state. Oh, I thought it was a city. Okay, so it's near New York. It's near the news. It's near the places where people couldn't be bothered to come up with their own name. That seems fair. It's a state of mind. M-I-N-D. The United States of America. What's wrong with the woman's voice? Her cryptid writer. Is it specifically male? Is it? Oh, they're meant to have the voice of a beast, a woman, and a baby all at once. Oh, it's the other way around. Oh, okay. A beast, a woman, and a baby. Any particular woman or baby? Or beast? Or are they just like really good at impressions? It's like their party trick, and they never bloody stop. They can go all the range. Right low all the way to piercingly high, and frequently piercingly high. You can hear them on the other side of the building. Don't know if it's to do with how they were born. It's something, yeah, it's something to do with the 13th child or something. That's what I ascertained from reading small fragments of sentences on Wikipedia. I really like the wing sleeve. Because I always think of like tails on like anthropomorphic animals that have clothes. It's like how would you tailor, if you'll pardon the expression, how do you tailor clothes to accommodate for the tail? How would you do it for wings? And I'd like the idea of having a sleeve. Well, there's a character who is thoroughly unpleasant. Next, other cryptids. Probably got time for one or two more. Someone said... Ragdoll said something, didn't they? What was it? Manticore? What? Lemmings? Smiley face? Double smiley face. Multi-mouths. M. Oops, may or may not have... Oh, Mothman. Oh, yes, you said you wanted Mothman. Okay, so let's do Mothman. I forgot that was a suggestion you made before. Let's do that. Mothman. Oh, you haven't got a neck either, have you? The real story of the Mothman. Oh, that's a cool design. I like that. That's neat. I like that picture. Look at that. That's a good design. Kinda just want to do that, really. Don't you don't have to if you don't want to. No, I like the idea of the Mothman. The Mothman is the kind of thing that sort of works. For this, I've just got to figure out where it fits. Mothman. I also like moths. I'm a moth fan. Thing to share with me if you like Mothman. I don't know anything really about Mothman. I like the idea of a Mothman. Yeah, no, look, lacking a head, lacking a neck again. Always getting in trouble with HR. Can't wear such low-cut tops. So I can't see otherwise. I guess a moth doesn't have a neck, does it? Yeah, see, that's good design. Who designed this? I don't know who designed this. Looks good. Not sure about the fluffy edges, the frills around the transition between fur and skin. Who's up for Mothman stuff? Maybe we don't know because what they do because they're always up on the ceiling, distracted by the fluorescent light. Possibly, they're probably doing the night shift. Maybe they are. Maybe they're an electrician. And every time they fix a light, then it immediately run towards it and break it again. I always end up like the characters always end up being subsidiary characters and not actually working in the office. They always end up being, you know, maintenance or IT or something like that. Security guard. Even when I'm trying to make office life interesting, I still don't. See, I like the idea of an electrician. Yeah, the electrician works. Or like an IT guy. It's always, yeah. Attracted to the monitors, I guess. Or maybe it's just somebody who works in the office and they just constantly have their face pressed up against the monitor. And so they only stop working when someone turns the monitor off for them. Feel like it's more integral to office space than an electrician? Probably. You don't know the tenuous links I have to keep characters in. Like, two of my favourite characters are maintenance. And they're always popping up. The janitors as well. They're always popping up. Yeah, I should draw something, shouldn't I? There's no... I'm gonna go for the design that I quite like. As a starting point. And then... I have lost it. It has vanished. Like the cryptid it is. Ah, there it is. Oh yeah, that is the same one. Okay. The big one. Okay. So... Also, why is that Mothman if he's got feathery wings? How does that work? It's supposed to have moth wings. That don't make no sense, does it? That's bloody rubbish, that. I like the idea that, like, first thing in the morning, this character is just does not operate at all. Moustache, excellent. Always handy to find a character that can have a moustache. Do they frankly bang off the windows? Maybe. I like the idea they're just very lethargic, and then as the day goes on, they get more and more energetic. As everyone else gets more and more tired, they get more and more energetic. If they get scared. Oh yeah, they. Oh no, I've written a comic for them already. Well, more accurately, Miss has given me the punchline of a comic, but that's alright. Try gave me one for the Boggate, I guess. I have a rule. If it makes me laugh, it goes in. It's that simple. Ah! Ah! Angry moth noises. Yeah, let's get up some nice pictures of moths. Screw Mothman. Let's just get moths. Give me a nice moth. I haven't had many moths recently. I usually have at least one moth in it. We've made it. Well, I mean, I've made a comic. Who knows what the character looks like just yet? Okay, so I like the idea of that. How can we incorporate those little fluffy antenna things into some kind of more gifs? Moth intensifiers. Who makes these gifs? How about? No, that's terrible. Come over. Gotta try these things. You gonna leave it like that, or? What were they? I imagine they were probably. Nice fluffy. I like the fluffy things. Big old chunky sweater. Chat. There we go. You're getting Fly Butler vibes. Hopefully we can avoid that. If at all possible, we can avoid reinventing the deliberately most annoying character in the world. Little glasses. Looking a little Steve Jobsy now, isn't it? Need to undo that if possible. I mean, you can do that with colour. Like this would be like checkered patterns, or like an old Christmas jumper or something like that. We don't know how these old newfangled computers work. Back in my day, pen and paper was the right thing. Then you turn the monitor on and he's just like thunk. Is this working? Is the swear working? From maybe not. I do like interesting silhouettes, so let's try and go for. Didn't think the Mothman would be old, but just sticking a moustache on it kind of has the effect. Trying to find a cute moth images, managed to scroll 3 times before a spider appeared amongst the images. Yeah, sorry about that. Someone I follow on YouTube, Guy Mitchell. He's a composer. He's like 60 and he's nuts. He uploaded a video recently titled "Killer Spider in the Studio!" And the thumbnail is of a spider, quite a sizable spider, on a web, approaching a poor bee that's been caught in the web. And it is literally, he walked into his little shed studio, heard a buzzing sound, looked up, saw a spider going towards a bee that had been caught in the web, filmed it on his phone, and then spent the next 30 minutes scoring that like a nature documentary. I love him, it's weird. Oh, cute moths! Oops, why did that make me laugh? Why did E make me laugh? Yes, indeed. Anywho, what am I doing? Just very good humor, yes. E.
E.
The music has ended. We need some more. Where are we? Let's do the time warp. No? Maybe not. Medieval is a surefire way to get this VOD claimed. Battle Block Theatre? We've never really done that in the background. Ignoring the Buffman buttocks. Where am I looking? Oh wow, for some reason Discord really just didn't want me to see those and said, oh, you've read those, don't worry about it, here's a red line. Nope, scrolling up, there's some stuff I missed. There's definitely some stuff I missed. Well, thank you for that. Discord's king shaming. It's trying to protect me. It's not king shaming to have preferences, you know? How do hands work on a moth? But it's a moth man, I guess. I really love the idea that this character is like has very knowledgeable, very calm, has a lot of advice and wisdom, and the moment someone puts a monitor on, they're just like sometimes these things just come out of the drawing. Like, you can have a perfectly good idea, but the moment you draw the character, you're like, nope, that works better. I'm gonna give them sort of like kind of handy things like that. Yeah, no, if any of these characters are actually going to make it into the comic, it's this one. This is the one. Oh, I need to write this stuff down. Got at least 3 comics at this point. And the arsehole, maybe. I mean, they need a reason to be an arse. I've got plenty of arseholes. I'm trying to replicate an office environment. There are going to be loads of them. Learned how to program computers back when punch cards were still the thing. Exactly. I mean, this is taking place in the 90s, and this character's old, so... I've got plenty of assholes. Look.
Give this moth a dummy thick ass.
Oh, what a... Also, why do you... that's it. Interesting observation to make with the text-to-speech is with the English accent, they pronounce ASS, ass, despite the fact that ASS in English is ass, as in the horse mule thing. What is an ass? Not sure what an ass. Anyway, interesting that they assume you mean ass rather than the animal. Yeah, I was thinking about the shape of the, yeah, because they've got like the bottom bit, and they. Is that what you meant? Now there might be. Who knows what's going on with regards to the legs under that, but that's there, so. You'll never see. It's covering it up. It's covering it up. Speak clearly, Chris. I know you have no energy, but people need to understand you. Yeah, no. I like this character. What are we going to call this character? Because this is definitely a collective decision. Music is good, but just a tad loud. Full stream. Down a bit. So Mothman. What is the history of the Mothman? Do we have like origin stuff? Sorry, I got distracted by things. Mothman history. See, again, it's when I'm coming up with a name, I tend to go into the history of things and look into bits and bobs. Spent bloody ages trying to come up with a name for the mummy. There were many. The ancient Egyptians were around for a lot longer than you'd think. A lot longer than I'd think, anyway. I know the whole, you know, dinosaurs were closer to the pyramids than whatever. He founded a cult, broke a bridge, and likes posing for yokel. Fair enough. Mothman was introduced to a wider audience by Gray Barker. So, Barker? It was popularized by John Keel. The Mothman Prophecy. 2002 film The Mothman Prophecy starring Richard Gere. There's a festival in their name. Interesting. Was that film any good? Oh, it did. It made money. In November 12th, 1966, 5 men who were digging a grave at a cemetery near Clendenin, West Virginia, claimed to have seen a man-like figure fly. Shortly thereafter, 2 young couples from Point Pleasant. Lovely name. How about that? How about Clendenin? Clendenin. Clen. Sorry, you can't see what I'm reading. It's just a Wikipedia page. Ray? Sorry, I'm not reading chat at all, because screens. Last name should be Hopper because of Grace Hopper. Ray? In there in 76, statue looks neat. Ooh. Grace Hopper is where we get a computer bug from. Which you've had an actual bug in a stock. Bug stuck in a computer. Is that a moth? Interesting though, I didn't know that. I'm gonna look up Grace Hopper now. Ages ago, I used to do a thing. Oh, that's interesting. Type in Grace. First is Grace Kelly, and the second is Grace Hopper. She was one of the first linkers. Cool. Popularized the idea of machine-independent programming languages. That's pretty good. Led to the development of COBOL. Also good. Good. Good for her. Wonderful. Oh, she did die in 1992. But she did good things. It was a moth. Yeah, okay. That's nice, Hopper. I'm good with Hopper. That's good. References. This is Hopper. Say hello to Hopper. You know, you were looking at words to do with light, and it was the only one that sounded like a decent name. I like Ray. Ray Hopper. Sleepy, please ignore. I mean, the before I actually looked into the history of it, the monitor head character was going to be called Kath, simply for the fact that cathode ray. So they don't have to be clever. Tori's just called, it's Minotaur, Tori. I really hope I can do this character justice, because in my head they're very funny. Right, okay, one more very, very quick one. Give me another monster. What have we done so far? We've done Annoying Jersey Devil, Nice and Patient Mothman, I know where this guy is. Many layers. Ah, here they are. And the 2 mailroom characters. There it is. Oh, that's been trying to come out for like 3 minutes. Banshee? Isn't that just a woman who died and something? I read the story of the Banshee at some point. I forgot what it was. Banshee, a woman of the fairy mound. That's a euphemism. Or a female spirit in Irish mythology who heralds the death of a family member, usually by wailing, shrieking, or keening. And this works perfectly alongside our Jersey Devil. Long streaming hair, wears a grey cloak over a green dress. Her eyes are red from continual weeping. Oh. She may be dressed in white with the red hair, the ghastly complexion, so it's just sort of like a particularly dressed lady. I mean, I have... In a sense, I sort of don't want to do something that open. But then I'm not designing characters for October, am I? I'm just designing monsters in the same style. I don't know, I felt it was more interesting. Stoof. Screaming Spook Ladies, yeah. Tell you what, let's go to... Ooh, what's that? Let's do... Back in the day, I used to do a podcast called The Road Less Rambled, in which I got a random Wikipedia article and just clicked hyperlinks until I found something interesting. Let's do that. The Bowman Sith is a female vampire in folklore in the Scottish Highlands. Apologies for pronouncing it wrong. They appear as beautiful women who seduce their victims before attacking them and draining their blood. Lovely. Do an XCOM alien in October style? Maybe. That could work. I could have done like a Dark Souls boss, couldn't I? Yeah, okay, we can do an XCOM alien. What would we do? What's the most interesting one? Oh, information. I won't read that yet. I will read that after the stream. XCOM aliens. I've already drawn a snake lady today. We could do it. Yeah, I could do a snake character. Why not? Muron. Muton. A Muton. I don't know. They're mostly armor, aren't they? That's how I see a Muton. Take that off. Put a suit on. Hate typing on iPad. Oh. That's fine. It's part of the interaction. Hang on. Oh, my body is just rebelling. Everything's just... Hay fever season is just upon me. Entirely. Muton in the biggest suit they could find and it's still too small. Let's go. I did like the idea of the snake lady, but it doesn't have to be a lady, I guess. Just a snake. Oh, they look like a big daddy there. Muton Centurion. Okay. Let's see what I can do. So what we want, I said I wanted different shapes, I guess. So let's go with this is sort of like head sort of shape. They got their own little respirator thing. Mentioned Big Daddy, now you're thinking of the Rapture Farms Odyssey. Yes, I enjoyed that. It was a very... the pun no one else cared for. I'm glad you liked it. I do like the idea of a very tight-fitting suit on the Muton. That's what I'm interested in doing here. So Don't want anything getting in the way, I guess. Never know how to draw hands that are holding a pencil or whatever, so it's sort of like up really. Literally right in front of me, and I always forget. Now draw a hand holding a pen. Looks down at own hand holding pen. Not a sausage. Teeny tiny. It's not teeny tiny items. They are normal sized items, and this friend is very large. I don't know what. What does a muton's foot look like? I don't know. I'm going to say 2 big toes. There's no way they're going to be able to tie these shoes up. That's the best they could find. They put in the effort. It's not their fault that the discipline of shoemaking is very much not geared towards those of the larger foot. We as a society need to accept people of different sizes and anatomies before we can properly start to live together, particularly those with two toes and muscles the size of my head. They shop at the same stores as Luna. No, Luna does it by hand. Or by foot. On a full moon. Okay, I think I'm not entirely pleased with that, but I think I'm going to leave it there because it's 5 minutes past 9 and the screen of my tablet is flickering and I'm scared. So we've made some friends. I particularly am a fan of Mothman. Too many friends. Tech Gremlins, I know. Tech Gremlins on an extremely expensive tablet that I do not want to pay for a new one of. It becomes even more wolfy. See, this is the thing. She started off as a werewolf, and then I thought, hang on, this takes place in the day. How does that work? So she became the wolf woman. I thought I said bad. I just looked in my chat and my bot just says the name of the sticker rather than the fact that there is a sticker. He said, "You are rad." I read that as bad. Thank you for the niceness. Apparently May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think now more than ever it is important to be aware of your mental health and make sure you're looking after it. Make sure you're talking to people who you feel comfortable to talk to. Yeah, important. I've been on the downside of a creative burst, which has not been great. That always happens. Get a creative burst, I'm doing 70 things at once, and then I have a week where I'm just like that. But I'm getting out of it. It's fine. I have methods to analyze this and work out how I don't elongate it and all that sort of stuff. So look after yourself. So, it's fine to have bad times, but at the same time, it's also important to know how to deal with them, and learn how to come out of the other side of them if possible. Yeah. Thank you for coming to stream. It's a nice relaxed stream. Tomorrow, Internet Gremlins withstanding, 3,000 drop frames, my word. A new game. Yes, I wouldn't expect anything drastically different to the game I was playing before, but it's a game I haven't played, so should be fun. Hopefully. Yeah. New Game Plus, yeah. New Game Plus, Dark Souls 2. Yeah. Thank you for coming along. Have a wonderful time, everyone. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for suggesting ideas. Thank you for actually pointing me in the right direction as to what a Jersey Devil is and how to make the Mothman funny. You have a wonderful time. And you have a wonderful time. No, you're breathtaking. Enjoy yourselves. Be good, be kind, be happy. Goodbye.